How long do you think this will take, Rachel asked. Checked her watch. I set the VCR for two of my favorite shows, but I forgot to tape the movie of the week. I'm taping in case you missed it, Cassie said. It was dark out, but not very late. The moon was up, hidden by clouds. We were walking on the street doing our best to look like a normal bunch of kids just hanging out. Normal. This sucks, Tobias high above. I'm half blind, especially that moonlight. I should have got myself stuck in an owl body. Owls are cool, aside from someone trying to eat falcons. How do you ever run in these bodies? Axe wondered. 2 legs. It is absurd. 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 Not even a tail to help you stay up. Axe in his human body. The combination of DNA from me, Marco, Rachel, and Cassie. The result is kind of like looking at all of us at once but in one body, and it's really weird. He'd almost gotten used to having a mouth and he's human, almost, but he has still this tendency to want to play with sounds and repeat them. Plus he was dangerous when it came to food. The sense of taste is just overwhelming. You know, Axe, now that you mention it, he started gyrating wildly and out of control. I only have 2 legs! I'm falling! Falling! See, I knew it must happen sometimes, Axe said, adding, happen. Happen. I wasn't sure if Axe knew Marco was being funny or not. He might have a very dry sense of humor, or he might have no sense of humor at all. I still hadn't figured that out. That's the place said, up ahead at the end of the block. It was a residential neighborhood with older house, kind of low-budget shops mixed in. You know, thrift stores and car park places and small restaurants. Our tower was a single-story whitewashed building with only one door and windows high up, narrow and long. They were blocked off so no one can see inside. There's a small parking lot with a dozen cars. Over the door was a sign saying, The Sharing, Building a Better Life. Yeah, right, Marco sneered. Better life for slugs from outer space. You notice the guy standing by the door? He looks like he's ready for trouble. A large man stood by the door, muscular arms folded over his chest, but we expected that. Marco and Rachel and I scoped the place out ahead of time. Okay, we cut down this alley. That building down there is abandoned. The basement's empty, unlocked, and that's where we morph. The basement was dark and depressing and smelled of mildew. I guess it used to be part of a restaurant. There's still small tables around, but also a lot of beer bottles and bits of garbage. Wonderful, Rachel said in a whisper. The whole Animorph lifestyle is so glamorous. Tobias fluttered from open door. We heard a thump. Ow! Who put a pillar there? Banged my right wing. Great, this guy's supposed to be looking out for us, Marco grumbled. Accidents still being to morph back to his own body. It's not possible to go from one morph to the other. Just like we had turned to human form between morphs, he had to resume andalite form as well. Come on, let's do this and get over with, Rachel said. I'm gonna be a roach in a filthy basement. My mother would be so proud if she knew. Wait, Cass said, we agree on how this works, right? We're not looking to fight, it's a spy mission. No one do anything dramatic like turn to an elephant and go on a stomping spree. Cassie was looking at Rachel in elephant form, and she was very fond of it. She laughed. Absolutely, spy time. Stealth is my middle name. Okay. I was a little embarrassed when Cassie brought it up, trying to remind her when Tom was one of the controllers of the meeting, trying to remind everyone just there for information. Let's morph already, Rachel said. Come on, I'll miss the movie. 5 little roaches. We're gonna be right at home in this dump, he said, beginning his transformation. You will keep the rats from eating us, won't you, Tobias? Hey, I might have to see one in the dark, but I can still catch a rat, light or no right. I'm the Wacula universe. Axe, you ready? Yes, Prince Jake, I am fully andalite and ready to become your roach. Your roach. A few minutes later, 5 cockroaches amid the scoured garbage on a bare concrete floor. Wow, that's one big beer can, Margot said. A blue and white can tower was curving away into the sky. Let's, scurry. Axe, you keep track of time. We took off, a little knot of fast-moving roaches all running in the same direction. You know, if this wasn't so gross, it'd be kind of cool, Rachel said. Stairs, alright, a little vertical rock climbing. Tiny pinchers on the end of my 6 legs grabbed a small protrusions of concrete and wedged in invisible cracks. It all happened so fast that my Mac could run straight up the cement step, almost as fast as I could move horizontally. Up the riser, over the edge, zoom to the next riser, up, over, across, to the top of the 4 stairs. You know, you guys still give me the willies, Tobias said. You should see yourselves here, to step on you's pretty strong. If I had shoes. I never did like roaches. This one guy who does some battles live mice for lunch, Marco said. Don't knock if you haven't tried it, Tobias shot back. In some corner of my mind noted Tobias saw more and more a piece of his weird life, half bird and half human, but mostly honest on the job. We'd reached the threshold, and we scampered across it out in the alley. The alley's a mix of gravel and torn blacktop. The blacktop was like running across hard oatmeal, all bumpy and uneven. The gravel's more difficult, and the pieces of rock were as big as we are, and even our 6 clever legs lost stumbling and slipping. Incidentally, I do find that he's right. Tobias does seem to be easing up a little more, like getting more used to it. I imagine Marco's joking does help a little because he does rag him on the eating thing. Maybe just gets more used to it and it becomes less of a jab and more just a joke. I don't know. Humor's weird. I'm going airborne, Tobias said. You're out on the sidewalk. Turn left, there's a better layout there to be able to watch you from top of the telephone pole. Okay, we better spray out. Don't forget to use the controllers. Yerks. They believe there's a group of Andalite warriors running around. In other words, looking for morphs, so act like no more roaches. You mean I should crawl inside an open box of cereal? Had to happen once, I almost ate the bug. Yuck. We fanned out, staying several inches apart to move toward the building. I stopped when I reached a whitewashed cylinder block of the exterior wall. Crack, Cassie called. I got a big crack here, I'm going in. The rest of us waited. I felt oblivious sitting there, oblivious and helpless. The big guy in the door decided to step on me. I couldn't see him, but I knew he was there. This is good, Cassie said deep in the wall. I think we can follow it all the way inside. On my one, we scurried to our location. I felt better as inside the crack, until I thought what would happen if I demorphed in such a tight spot. I didn't even want to start thinking about that. We're going in, Tobias, I called to him. Get somewhere safe. I'm cool, he said. Good luck. We're traveling single file, sideways along the crack, like exploring a cave. There's no light in my antennae. I felt the way, picking up the scent of others, reading the tiny air currents, sniffing familiar aromas. When I saw a faint light that grew brighter, Cassie's in the lead. It worked. It goes all the way through. I'm inside. I siled up beside her. I could see the crack opening now. I could see brilliant light and feel vibration. The vibration of speech. I concentrated. It was impossible to tell much by the voice, who it was. It seemed too high to be someone old. Was it Tom? I tried to listen to the words. The day is here at last. It's time to strike the decisive blow in the invasion for Earth. Ooh, looks like they got there just in time for a cliffhanger. Chapter 8. What is this, a Yerk pep rally? Marco wondered. Cassie started giggling. Well, Thosby giggling. Pretty soon all of us are laughing silently. Very nervous laughter. We need to get out of this crack, I said. Spread out a little too obvious just sitting here, and we can try and see if we can identify some of the people. Move out. But wait, not everyone at once? Too late. We're all scrambling down the wall from a crack in the floor. Anyone watching me like Invasion of the Roaches. 5 roaches moving together is an easy thing to notice. But I forgot one thing. Humans hate roaches. A human will spot a roach very quickly, but a Yerk couldn't care. Even all these human controllers, they were with their fellow Yerks. They didn't have to keep up the human act. So, no one stepped on us, although I waited for a big shoe to drop from the sky. We separated a little and headed along the edge of the wall, where bare concrete floor met painted cinder block walls. Hey guys, can you hear me? It's Tobias. Just barely, but I can still understand you. I'll speak at weaker distances, same with regular speech. The walls and such aren't an issue. There's a car pulling up, a limo, and 2 other cars away are very tough-looking dudes. What are they doing? Getting out, now, like 6 guys. They have guns. I can see them under their coats. There's a guy getting out the back. Who is it? Or should I say, what is it? He's human, staggered a little, walking toward a door. Looks like a normal guy, but all the others are acting very nervous. I know it sounds dumb, but I got a bad feeling about this guy. Now I hear vibrations of many feet walking past. They're coming our way now, Tobias. Thanks for warning. I try to use my eyes to hopeless any kind of distance. All I could tell is that several men have arrived and were marching through the room. My brothers in arms, some loud booming voice said. I present to you our leader, Visitor 3. There's a gasp from the group and a silent gasp from us too. Visitor 3? He had an Andalite body. He's only Yerk to ever obtain one with all his morphing power. But surely Tobias mentioned seeing an Andalite get out of the car. I see some of you are surprised, a new voice said. Surely you must know by now I can morph a human as well as any other body. Oh man, Margaret said he can morph a human? Well, certainly, Axe said, just as I do. Humans are animals after all. You have DNA. Silly humans with their ideas that they're special. The voice we now know as Visitor 3 spoke in a hard, curt tone. It was odd hearing his words. We had only heard him thought speak once before, but now he had a voice, and we could only see it, a body. But he's too far away for we can distort roach vision. This mission has 2 parts. 1. We use the front hospital to take in voluntary hosts. I expect to be able to make 200 new controllers per Earth month. We will concentrate on police, broadcasters, writers, teachers, people in finance, and especially anyone in a position of political power. There was a murmur of excitement from the crowd. Just what we're afraid of, I said. Unfortunately, Marco agreed. Man, 200 new controllers a month. You have done well recruiting doctors and nurses, so we now control the hospital facility. But this brings me to the second part of the mission, Visitor said. Until now, this secret was known only to me and a very small group. The room is almost silent, listening and anticipating. The second part of my plan is even more important. In a few days, the governor of the state will have some minor surgery performed. His secretary is one of us and she has steered into our facility. He will check in for this minor surgery, but when he checks out, he will belong to us. No, Rachel gasped. What does that mean? What is a governor? Is it some sort of prince? Axel asked. Axe asked. Yeah, a prince. A governor controls state police. And the National Guard. And the schools. It's worse than that, Rachel said grimly. Don't you guys pay attention to politics? What are you talking about? Don't you know? Our governor's running for president next year. A year from now, there could be a controller in the White House. A White House? What does this all mean? Axe asked. It means one of them could be the most powerful man in the most powerful nation of Earth, I said. And that'd be ballgame, Marco said. Then I'll be lost? Yeah, Ax. I'll be lost. Chapter 9. Let's bail. We learned all we need to know. Back to the crack? Yeah, we know the way. I turned head back to the crack. It's only a foot or so away. In a few seconds, we'd all be safe. I couldn't believe what I heard. It was crazy. If the Yeerks had seen it, we were toast, pure and simple. As long as there was a secret war between us and Yeerks who didn't want to be discovered, we could maybe stay alive. But if all the power of state police is turned on us too, that situation would be out of... Suddenly a strange vibration above me. Danger! Run! Woof! Like someone dropped an entire three-bedroom house an inch from me. The impact was awesome when the wind caused a small but intense hurricane, whipping my antennae back. Someone almost stepped on me. I yelled the others, look out. Visitor, forgive my interruption, but there are several small insects here. A general murmur from a crowd in one voice saying, don't worry, they're only cockroaches, they're everywhere in this planet. Fool! Visitor exploded. Do you think analytes cannot morph creatures so small? Someone kill this fool for me. Blam. I felt the world spinning around me. Someone had been shot. Was it Tom? Could it have been? A new rush of air overhead. I could see something monstrously huge falling toward me, speeding down, ready to crush me. I bolted. Woof. Millimeters to my tail. Kill those insects, Ozori screamed. Everyone for himself, I yelled. I'm a spread out. Run, get in the cracks, let the roach brains guide you. I took my own device and relinquished control of the raw instincts and cutting a tiny roach brain. Say what you will about them, they're gross and disgusting when it comes to staying alive. Their brain knew its business. Woof, woof. Ah! Axe, you okay? Yes, barely. Huge feet size of a greyhound bus stomped the ground, but every time the roach brain moved me in just the right way at the right speed. They missed me. I was so low I could feel the leather and rubber scrape my sides and tail as they impacted around me. I made the corner of the wall and hugged it as close as I could get. They're on me, Cassie screamed. I can't get away. Oh, I don't want to die like this. Get to the wall. Get off the floor. I was buzzing on top speed as shoes tried to kick into the corner, but all I needed was a tenth of an inch and I could scrape past uninjured. A running shoe was right along the corner straight toward me. A soft rubber melded perfectly into space. It would crush me. I saw it coming, a black wall, a black locomotive rushing at me. I jumped and landed the shoes that came near. Whoosh. I was flying for years on a magic carpet made of canvas. The man kicked and I lost my grip and flying for the air. I'm clear, Cassie said. I found another crack. But it was going supersonic, like a jet something out of control. Wait, I had wings! But it was too late. Flap. I hit the wall. It should have killed me, and it would have if I was human. But I weighed less than an ounce. The impact was hard, but not enough to hurt me, and I fell to the floor. A tint of some sort, gray and black. A newspaper, a chrome piece of newspaper on the floor. I dove beneath it and froze. I looked up and saw it was a photograph. I couldn't make any sense of it, was just a black dots on ink, but I could make out letters each as big as my head. I'm clear, Axe called. I'm with Cassie. Good, that was two of them safe. Rachel, Marco. I'm in a guy's sock. He doesn't know I'm here. Wait, we're outside. I'm gonna drop off. Clear, I'm outside. Marco? Yeah, Jake. Where are you? I'm in a place I really hope no one flushes, Jake. You're in a toilet? They have a bathroom, seems like a natural place for a roach. I'm chilling for a minute. I'm gonna try for a hole in the wall. How about you? I'm not so good. I'm under a newspaper. They're still stomping around. Sooner or later they'll stomp here. I have to make a run for it. I'm gonna try for the door. Once I get outside, they'll never see me in the dark. Good luck, man, Marco said. Yeah, you too, my friend. Then my antennae picked up a strange new scent. Sweet and oily and dangerous. So I sensed that it hit me in a flash. Marco, they have bug spray. I blew it from a paper. There's one. Vibrations of a dozen feet running after me. In the air above me, a vast fountain seemed to explode from thin air. An upside-down fountain. Like rainfall came from a single point and spread out to fill the air. A droplet landed on me and then another felt my legs stumble. The door, I could sense it just ahead. Woof! A foot, a near miss. I was slowing down, feeling my instincts going scrambled. I was poisoned, the nerve gas getting to work. My legs were tangling up, my antennae were waving frankly under the smelly thing with a deadly rain of poison. That got him, one said. Don't crush him, Visitor yelled. He may demorph to save himself if we ever saw an Andalite. I started to twitch. I couldn't breathe, then faster than the feet had chased me, a new shape swooped down. I tried to run, but I no longer could. 3 monstrous cables closed around. I was up off the floor. Hang in there, Jake. Tobias said, it's me, Red Tail Airline. Welcome you aboard, and I'm hauling my feather butt out of here. Chapter 10. Morph, Jake. Morph now. Tobias sent me down the roof of a Boston Market restaurant. It was the closest safe place he could find. I was lying helpless on tar and on my paper and gravel. My legs are twitching, and I am waving insanely. I'm twitching and jerking and losing control of my roach body. For a comparison, bug spray is like nerve gas for insects? Yeah, I can see that for sure, jeez. But the human part of me understood what was going on. I was dying. I had watched roaches die from poisoning. I stood there and thought, yes, serves you right. But now it was me. Now it was my body was failing. I was the one suffocating and jerking. Jake, you have to morph out of this. Do it. Concentrate. I knew he was right. It was the only way to stay alive. It was so hard to focus on trapped inside a dying body. I tried to picture myself human, tried to form a mental image. Pictures all mixed up with dolphins and birds and tigers. And the dream. I was in it now as delirium swept over me. In the dream. I was a tiger, moving with perfect silence, every muscle like liquid steel, every movement calculated and controlled. I could smell my prey. I could hear its clumsy human movements. He was slow. He was weak and he would not escape. I would destroy him. I would bring down the prey. My prey. Tom. I saw him turn to look at me. I saw the fear in his eyes. Fear of me. I saw back at my haunches praying for the final lunge. The killing lunge would end with my teeth sinking into his neck, my jaws crushing his spine. He looked at me and held his hands. No! I leapt uncoiling unbelievable power. I leapt a huge unstoppable hunter. I roared a thunderous cry of triumph to be heard for miles. And then I saw the tiger. I saw myself, saw orange striped fur and ruthless yellow eyes and saber teeth and claws like a rip open a buffalo, hurtling toward me. Tom had become the tiger, and I was his prey. I closed my eyes and opened them again. I saw right above me, fierce eyes going down for a few inches away. The eyes were hawk. Are you okay? Tobias asked. I raised my hand to look at it. Fingers. 5 of them. I don't know. Am I okay? You seem to have all your major limbs and so on, but that was weird. You got poisoned pretty badly. You seemed to be unconscious while you morphed. I'm alive, I said, feeling a little surprised. But of course the amount of poison almost killing me as a roach was nothing for a human. Where are we? On the roof of a fast food restaurant. You see my butt, Tobias. No problem. I'm your personal Air Force dude. Just call in for air support anytime you need it. I stood up. How are the others? Where about you? I checked on them while coming out of the morph. They scattered around, but okay. Everyone morphed back. Accessory and human again. Cassie hasn't with her. I guess I can get down there. Yeah. Tobias agreed. So, Marco told me what you found out. This is major. Definitely major, I agreed. I stood up and began to look around for a way to escape the roof. I was too tired and riled to morph again. Marco says Visit Free is there in human form. He's the guy show up in limo, right? Yeah, I guess so. I mean, roach eyes are pretty lame, I don't know about what I heard. I saw him leave after I lifted you out of there. I stopped looking for a ladder. Tobias being too talkative and too persistent. Tobias? What is it? What are you trying to tell me? When Visit Free left, Tom was with him. My first reaction was relief. He ordered someone executed in that meeting, so it wasn't Tom. How'd they look together, Visit Free and Tom? Tom's went from meeting and went with him aside from the guards, acting sort of careful around, but look, he's pretty cocky around the guards. It's hard to say, Jake, but if I had to say, they seem pretty tight. Yeah. I feel like Tom may be responsible for a big part of this plan. I shut up and thought for a second. What would Visit Free do if the plan is destroyed? Tobias said nothing because he knew the answer. Those who failed Visit Free tend to die. Chapter 11. I saw the lead up between Juan and Terry, a clear line to the baskets. Thunk, thunk, thunk. My right hand dribbled the ball, so my left hand out ready to ward off Juan if he came after me. I powered ahead, sneakers sweeping the polished wood floor of the gym. One of the guys on my team yelled, "Go, Jake!" Juan saw my move and came after me, but I was a little too fast. Stop, pivot back to Juan, blocking on the basket. Focus. I jumped and arced the ball toward the hoop, but it hit the backboard and hit the rim and it bounced away. No score. I fell back against Juan and Terry after he was in a tangle on the floor, arms and legs everywhere. The ball rolled out of bounds. No wonder you never made a team, Terry said, laughing as he helped me pull me to my feet. I tried to run for a team, but I didn't make the cut. At the time, it bothered me, mostly because Tom had been the big basketball hero at our school, and I wanted to live up to that. But now I realized it had time for after-school sports anyway, and playing during gym class enough anyway. Yeah, well, I beat one of my excellent moves, and he's on the team, I said. I reached back to help him pull him up. Look, I can't figure out why they want some guy who looks like he's made out of straws. Hey, I'm just saying my best stuff for the finals, Juan said. I don't want to waste my secret killer moves on you, Jake. And now you practically crushed my legs, you big ox. Man, you ought to be playing football instead. Good idea, I grinned. You weigh about 5'11", like 10 pounds. Let me practice my tackling on you. Just then the coach whistled a signal to hit the showers. Say by the whistle, Juan. You should inherit some of Tom's moves. My brother yours had a jump shot. Tom could have made college ball easily, and a good school too if he stuck with it, he chimed in. The boy had a gift. They were right, Tom did have a gift, but he dropped out of basketball. The air controlled him at other plans, I guess. I showered and got dressed. Marco was waiting out in the hallway. He had gym next period. B-ball today, yes? Cool, I thought it was more wrestling. I hate wrestling. Getting close and personal and sweaty guys? Not my idea of a good time. I remember there wasn't wrestling in my high school back when I was there. I guess that's something to be grateful for. They didn't have a lot of things there, but I guess I can't complain about that one. The ancient Greece used to wrestle with no clothes, just being to sit in grease. And no deodorant, Marco agreed. It's gonna be next Tuesday. What's next Tuesday? He looked over my shoulder and then very casually around the hallway to make sure no one was close enough. The governor. He's going to hospital. I'll bet you $100 for hemorrhoids. That's a secret. No one's supposed to know. So, how do you know? Well, we know from the meeting the other night that he's going, right? So all I'll do is find out what his schedule's going to be. It turns out that's no problem. I told him as a reporter and they faxed me a copy. Wow. He pulled out a folded sheet of paper from his pocket, opened it for me to see. See? Saturday, speech. Sunday goes to TV interview show. Monday gives another speech. Tuesday, oops. On Tuesday begins a 5-day vacation. They don't say where he's going. Why would he keep that a secret, I wonder? Oh, please, if it's hemorrhoids, a politician getting hemorrhoids operated on, the jokes are too easy. Let him be talking about it in his monologue. I smiled. Yeah, okay, good work. So tomorrow's Sunday. Should we do it then? Saturday, rather. Should we do it then? I guess the expression on my face showed how I felt. Marco cocked his head and looked sideways at me. You okay, man? You had a close call last night. I've been there, so I didn't easily just get past it. Nope, I'm cool. I said I gave him a push. Besides, it's when you're psyched up to go. He'd always been a most reluctant member of the group. You know since when, he said softly. I nodded. He wasn't reluctant anymore. It became very personal. Yeah, sorry, I said. As far as he was concerned, I'm still the same old Marco. I don't want them thinking anything's different. I don't want them feeling sorry for me. Now, Marco, how's anyone gonna feel sorry for you? You're so obnoxious. And I plan to stay that way. The bell rang, signaling class. Okay, tomorrow. We'll need to think of some way to get sent to the hospital, though, and they'll be on the lookout. Actually, Cassie already suggested something to me. I roll my eyes. You know, I like Cassie, but this is the one who suggested we try on ants. He started heading to the gym, and I headed to class. No ants over my shoulder. I don't even want to know. Think dog poop. What? By then he was through the door and gone. Marco's a troll. Chapter 12. Something nice for $15 or less, I said. My dad's birthday's in 2 months, so I just spread my money pretty thin. It was after school. We headed to the mall. Me, Cassie, and Rachel. My mom's birthday is coming up. I had about $15 to buy her something. The last time I bought her a present hadn't turned out too well. Who would thought she wouldn't appreciate a classic Spider-Man #3 in almost mint condition? Okay, I was a year younger, and I had Marco help me find it, so... This time, I asked Cassie if she'd help, which is almost as dumb, so really into clothing and cute stuff. So, Cassie had Rachel help. Delegating. How about that story? I asked pointing at the one that had women's clothing. Oh yeah, good choice on you, at least $100 to spend. Okay, how about, Cassie, think about it. And Rachel said, looking slightly perturbed or stupidity. Look at the name of the store. Might as well scream fat middle-aged ladies. Jake, do you want to tell your mom you think she's fat? No, I shook my head vigorously, then thought it might be a trick question. I don't, right? She rolled her eyes. No, you don't. Duh. Have you two ever shopped for anything? I feel like I'm dealing with acts here. I mean, are you two from this planet? We're looking for something on sale, so it says, Mom, I still think you're young and cool. Something classic and understated. Looks like you're talking about a department store. She pointed. That department store. Second floor, toward the front, on the right. That's where you want to be. Look for sale signs red with black letters. Cassie grinned me. See? Rachel owns this mall. Shopping and kicking butt, that's Rachel's specialty, said affectionately. I cruised to the department store in about 10 minutes. Rachel found a silk blouse. It was about $33 originally, 33 marked down to $25, then a 30% discount for this one-day sale, so we get $17.50. That's almost half the original price, $17.50. For that blouse, yes, she shops, she scores. Yeah, but I was only gonna spend $15. You didn't spend too much, don't you know anything? You saved $15.50. You came out ahead more than $15. Wait a minute, how'd I save if I spent? Cassie put her hand on my arm. No. Don't ask. Rachel used a whole twist of math involved with shopping. Don't even try to understand it. Rachel and Nora teasing. Hey, while you pay, I'm gonna check on something in the juniors. Meet you in the food court. Jeez. Rachel peeled off, leaving me and Cassie alone in racks of clothing. So, when are you gonna tell me your idea? I asked. I thought Marco had told you. I shook my head. Nope, he just said think dog poop. And I did. I got a very bad feeling as a result. Cassie looked a little pouty. Well, look, it's the only one I could think of getting in and out without getting stepped on or poisoned. We probably wouldn't be seen. I mean, they go everywhere. Who even notices? Cassie, I've done 3 insects. Flea was okay. Ant, not okay. And roach. I'm sorry for just Tobias. I mean, he's a hawk, but he's gonna go around turning into bugs. Do you have a better idea, Jake? Because I respect your feelings. I was just trying to help. It's just a suggestion. I drew a deep breath. I don't have any great suggestions. It's just... I mean, it's just... What happened in the good old days and be tigers or wolves or something fun? I don't want to be a fly. I saw that movie, The Fly. Both versions. The old one and the new one with Jeff Goldblum. I mean, a fly? A fly? The movie. I forgot about that movie, Cassie said. Showing me a face where the guy has a... The one where the guy has a tiny human head stuck on a fly body. He's trapped in a spiral. He's going, help me! And that little tiny voice, and the guy so gross I just crushes him. It would just stood there looking kind of sick. Moths? Too slow, too big, they'll spot us. Bees? No, no way, no social insects ever again. Bees could be as bad as ants that way. No social insects, no hives, no colonies. I shared the memory of the Animorph. It'd been like dying. And the ant has no individual self, it's just part of a bigger machine. Flies aren't social. Can I help you? A saleswoman asked. No, I said, thanks anyway. We started walking in for a food court. It'd just be the hospital. If they're using the hospital trains for yerks and hosts, it'd mean they have some kind of pool. That's the reactor. Find that and wipe it out. So we'd just be in fly morph for a brief time. Maybe we decide to do it. We have to demorph, do any damage. And then if we create enough confusion, we can escape some other way. Won't do flies again. Yeah, we'll probably be fly morph for a few minutes. Yeah. So it's flies. Yep. And then both of us said at the same time, "Help me! Help me!" Alright, chapter 13. Here's the thing about flies. Being a fly is fun. It really is, but turning into a fly, that's a whole nother story. I guess it's no big secret that I kind of like Cassie. I think she's pretty, but I saw those two huge, glittering, bulging, compound eyes come popping out of her eye sockets. I screamed. I screamed like a baby. Ah! Great, Jake. That's gonna make her feel good, Marco said. Marco, you have your eyes closed. And they're staying closed, too. He's smart. Excuse me, Rachel said. She raced for the door of the barn and ran outside. These things later heard the sound of barfing. You don't understand, Cassie's still mostly human. A fly has popped up. She's about 2 feet tall and shrinking, and extra legs already popped out, and her gauzy wings are growing, but her face is still a human face. Until the eyes popped out. And oh man, you think you've seen some scary stuff, maybe in movies or TV? You haven't seen a thing until you've seen fly eyes pop out of someone's head like a pair of balloons. She was still pretty small at the time her fly mouth appeared, and I was grateful for that, because later when I became a fly, I saw what that looked like. The eyes were bad, but if I'd seen that long, tubular, sucking, tongue-like thing come out, rolling out, that thing that spits on food and sucks the mixture back in, Rachel came back inside. "Sorry," she said shakily. "Anyone have some gum? A Tic Tac?" Axe was puzzled. "Does the morphing process disturb you?" "Sometimes," it said, still finding urge to look away as she shriveled down. "Some animals give us the willies." "The willies? What are the willies?" "Well, it's just this feeling being grossed out, sickened, nauseated, creeped, like your skin is crawling. The willies." Is she done?" Tobias asked. "I'm not coming in there until she's done." "Tell Tobias it's okay, would you, Axe?" "Tobias, Prince Jake says it's cool." A smile at Marco was peering for his fingers. Axe learned to sound semi-normal, at least in thought speak. When he's in human morph and spoke out loud, I still play with every sound, drove everyone nuts. Tobias flew in. "Can you hear me, Cassie?" "Tobias, do you see her?" "Got her." "Keep a sharp focus, don't lose sight." "Relax, it's broad daylight and she's 10 feet away. At this point I can see the hairs on her little legs. Unfortunately. Ugh, not even slightly attractive." "Cassie?" Tobias tried to thought speak. "Cassie, can you hear me?" "There she goes, she's flying. Don't lose her, Tobias, don't lose her." "She won't go far. All the horses knew in this barn. Why would she let me go? It's being better for a fly." Suddenly in my voice I heard, "Yee-haw!" "Cassie? Cassie?" "Woohoo!" "Cassie, answer us. Cassie, are you okay?" "Oh man, can this thing fly? You guys have to try this. This thing flies like a rocket." "Are you able to control the fly brain?" Yes, don't worry you guys, I'm fine. Sorry, it's just a complete insane rush. Come on, let's go, time's wasting. I sucked in a deep breath. I've been hoping for everything to be fine, she wouldn't have any problems, but at the same time, I was just disgusted by the idea of becoming a fly, and now she's saying it's okay. You think it gets easier slipping out of strange shapes, but you'd be wrong. Gross is gross and will always be gross. "Okay guys, it looks like we're doing this," I said, trying to sound cheerful and optimistic. "Oh goody," Marco said. "Yes, goody," Max said, telling the words being sarcastic. "Sounds like Cassie's having fun," Rachel said. Let's just do it. We did it! Morphing was as gross as I expected, but Cassie was right. Once you're in that morph, once you get used to the fact that your vision looks like a thousand tiny TV screens, each showing a different picture, once you got done freaking out away your nasty fly tongue stuck out, once you got past the bizarre combination of hooks and bristles and hairs that made up your legs, once you got past the fact that nothing looks right or familiar and only 1/8 inch long, and mostly once you stop thinking about that stupid fly movie, well, then it was cool. I'd flown before as a falcon or a seagull, and they're cool. I mean, a falcon can go 175 miles an hour, faster than a stock car, faster than small planes, but flying as a fly is totally, completely insane. A housefly beats its wings 200 times a second. Say hello there out loud, and the time it took you to say that a fly's wings beat 200 times. A fly moves at 4 miles an hour, so it doesn't sound very fast compared to a falcon hitting 200 miles, but trust me, any dimension long, 4 miles is like warp factor 9. And what's really cool is you can go down, left, right, or straight up. You can change direction in no time. 1 minute you're shooting straight ahead like a bullet, next 10th of a second you're going straight up. Cassie is right, it was gross, but it was fun. I cried as I blasted straight up, I felt like a speed of light. "We're ugly as sin, but this is so cool, Cam," Rachel exulted. "Let's go find some dog poop," Marco said. Kidding. Just kidding. "Okay, we have important stuff to do, so I'll spend a couple of minutes getting used to it. Time to get us on the bus. And Tobias was the bus. The hospital's a couple miles away. Flies are fast in relative terms, but in actual speed, Tobias would be a lot faster. It would have taken us hours, but he can carry us there in a few minutes. "Hop on the big feathery guy," Cass said. "Aim for the back of the neck. We don't want his wings or tail knocking us off." It's a good thing I know you guys, Tobias said. My own little necklace of houseflies, enough to gag a maggot. Gag a maggot? Marco echoed. Gag a maggot? Pal, don't be dissing our kids that way. Ugh, Tobias commented, and then we were off. And yes, fly babies are called maggots.